Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Goonies 2. Welcome back. Continuing to look at every video game ever made. And I have really fond memories of the Goonies 2, released in, oh gosh, what do we have here? November of 1987. So that's a lot of years ago. This game, there wasn't a whole lot of stuff out there like it back then, and it's an open world game. It's a game that when you kind of look at it now, you start to see games that may have been influenced by Goonies 2, but it's hard to know for sure because there's a lot of other games out there to pull influences from, and it's not necessarily direct. But let's get going here. I have some cheats enabled here. Goonies 2 is not a particularly punishing game. When you do run out of lives, it lets you kind of start not too far off from wherever it was that you died. But just in the interests of kind of speeding things along and not spending time like looking for bombs or keys or whatever, we'll give ourselves some extra items or extra numbers of items. So you're Mikey. You're here. You got this yo-yo. These friggin' spiders. And your goal is to find the rest of the Goonies. I believe there's 6 in total. And the Fratellis, the bad guys from the Goonies movie, they're running around as well, and you kind of have to deal with them. Now, it looks like a platformer, which if you are familiar with the original game, The Goonies, which you probably aren't, this looks similar to that. Until here, where it becomes a pretty different game. We're right here off the bat. We are given the hammer, which is useful. So when you're in these areas, you can kind of go, which lets you move in these 4 different directions here. All I can really do is push down to move out and walk back into the side-scrolling world here. But I can also hit things with my fist, which, nothing there. But if I go into Tools, Hammer, Hit, maybe there's something here? Nothing. All right. Nothing there. But we have the hammer for later, which will come in handy in those areas. You don't use the hammer or anything like that out here. Let's try in here. Alright, here's another good first item. You got a key holder. That means you can hold keys, and now keys will drop off of enemies when you attack them to kind of refill your keys when you need them. Let's go up. What do we got here? We got a hole in the wall, or a hole in the ceiling, rather, and we've got a safe. That hole in the ceiling isn't going to be any good until we find a ladder. But we can blow a key here. You see, I have some keys according to this. And we get a hint out of the safe. Find the Goonies with the magic locator device. Alright, let's walk out of here and see what else we got. Alright, so here we got, one of the Fratellis there. You kind of have to... Alright, there's a ladder down there, but I'm just going to go back and make sure that we're not missing any doorways. No XP or anything like that in terms of character building. It's strictly you finding items. But those items are useful. Hearts drop out enemies, keys, bombs, that sort of stuff. And the enemies will damage you if you let them. So the Goonies 1, weirdly not really released in the US very widely. It came out in arcade cabinets, versus the Goonies form. But I don't believe the cartridge was never released in the U.S. for the NES, so it kind of just existed as a Famicom game. There you see some keys dropping. So we can go down, or we can go left or right here. Let's keep heading over to the left. Here's a door. What do we got? All right, this is that magic locator device they were talking about before. What do we got up here? Okay, so this actually walks us through to the other side. Now, we'll talk about the sub-screen. Alright. So here you can, put on different shoes, different weapons, jump shoes, speed shoes, slingshot, that sort of stuff. Sub-weapon will also be here. But you see on the map, it's kind of an open world, and you see it says back. That's because there's a front and a back. So when you go through those first-person areas and come out the other side, you will come out the front. So there's 2 maps like this to work from, and it creates that kind of Castlevania/Metroid sort of thing, where you have that open world. You need to find items to return to previous areas and get in. Okay, so we see the magic locator device has drawn a dot on our map telling us where one of the Goonies is located, and it is here on the back side, so we can head back up. Well, those birds are real dicks. We got another ladder up here. I guess that's looking like the only way to go from here. And it's got this, I mean, let's just... It's got this terrific NES rendition of Cyndi Lauper's Goonies Are Good Enough. I believe that's the proper title. Are Good Enough is spelled poorly and put in parentheses, I think. You know, so kind of... Oh, geez. Blew that jump. So, you know, tying it to the proper Goonies. As a kid, I thought that this was just, you know, meant to be a sequel to the movie. It was like, okay, well, the Goonies came out as a movie, and now here we have Goonies 2. It's a totally different thing. I had no idea that there had been an original game. It just wasn't widely released. You never really saw it. So it was a little curious, but I always thought it was like kind of a cool idea. Like, oh, we made a video game sequel to a movie. Isn't that rad? And then wondered why no one ever did that. And then later I would find out that, oh wait, there have been other Goonies games, both there and there were computer versions that were not tied to this or anything, but you know, other games called the Goonies. Let's try hitting stuff. All right, there we go. So by hitting that spot on the wall, we have uncovered a bomb box. And these work like missile containers or whatever for a Metroid. Like when you get the bomb box, that means you can now carry a number of bombs. What do we got here? Anything? Nothing. Or is there? We'll take our hammer. Aha! And here we have one of the Goonies. So you need a key here. Any old key will do. There's no special Goonies key. Mikey, you're late. I was almost killed. Alright. Okay, can't get back out of here. You never really see what's going on, you know, south, I guess. Because you're always kind of facing... Actually, sometimes you'll face... They draw the picture of the dude on screen there because sometimes you're facing the other way, and it's, you know, you have to kind of... I don't think you ever see the same area from different perspectives. Like I can't just turn in these spots, and if I were to come at it from the other side, I don't think I'd be facing the other way and see it necessarily differently. I don't think. But it's just sort of give you an idea of which way you're facing, whether you're going to front or back, as far as the map is concerned. So, for getting one of the Goonies, I get an extra bar of health, and you see down there in the lower left corner of the screen, you see one of the Goonies is there. I also picked up that bomb box. By hitting up in the attack button, I can now drop bombs. Can I do that in air? No. So, gotta be standing still. You know, they'll kill dudes. I don't believe there are any in-world secrets that you uncover with the bombs, but it's been a while. Oh, here we got a door over here too. Great. This is a warp zone. That's one of the great localization... A great little piece of localization madness. One of the classics right there. Ouch, what do you do? I mean, it's really a... And then, you know, you really want to take it up a notch. You can just smack him with a hammer. Please help me, he will say. What do we got? Anything here? So you see he's facing the other way. He's facing down now. Oh, there really is nothing here. I don't think they ever put... I don't think they ever put doors or anything on the side wall. It's always on that back wall. Oh, but sometimes you can. I guess there's also like floor stuff. There can be floor or ceiling. Yeah, there you go. So no ladder, so can't really do anything there. And also that means that there's really nowhere for me to go there because I don't have that ladder. You run into that guy, the "this is a warp zone" guy, a few different times over the course of the game. So you know, you see that dot's gone off the map now because we collected that Goonie, and now we're just kind of left here to explore. You can't fall. If I fall there, I die. You can't just fall down to a lower level. Let's prove that. Make sure I'm right. Yeah, you just die. Alright. Okay, so here we got a ladder down. Let's see what's down here. You get through a few different types of environments. You get this kind of brick-like area. You get the place where the Cyndi Lauper song plays. You get that tile set. You get a jungle. And you get... there's an ice area. Okay, nothing there. We got a safe. Let's see what's in the safe. You'll get extra energy by saving Goonies. Good to know. Go back. What do we got here? Can I go down? No. Alright, so anything here, it's going to be... We've got a firebox. Let's just... I don't think they ever double hide stuff, but couldn't hurt. Alright, so now we got that firebox, we can go down here and actually select it instead of the bombs. And you actually fling these. You know. Again, you know, normally you would pick these up off of enemies. They would start appearing, you know, once you collect the firebox. But because we're cheating, just bust those out all day long. You get a little bit of air control with Mikey when you're jumping. Kind of, boom, burn him. No, I actually don't want to go this way. Let's go back to the front. Okay, so now we're back on the front map, and you see that it's a different map, as promised. So much of the game is kind of you wandering around looking for these doors, looking for ways to get around the world, looking for those magic locator devices. Now we've got a slingshot, which will replace the yo-yo. I'm in trouble without glasses. Do you have any? That's really just kind of something that says, hey, you should find the glasses, because just like the hammer or something like that, sometimes you will find areas that require you to use the glasses to see doors. One of these people, you hit them 5 times and they drop the candle. There's some stuff in here that's just, you know, obscure in a way that games could sort of get away with back then, without having to really explain themselves in a way that now we would crap all over and say there's no logic to that. You know, why would I hit someone 5 times? You know, you're asking me to be crazy. All right, I want to go down, but first I'm gonna head over to the right and just make sure we're not missing anything. So the big kind of the weird thing at the end of this game is that the Fratellis have trapped a mermaid. And you are trying to rescue the Goonies and this mermaid. And basically, you find the mermaid, the game ends. It's just sort of over at that point. Cannot jump off ladders. Gotta climb all the way down. Control-wise, you know, I think the air control definitely works. Oh, geez, works pretty well, and you feel like you have a good sense of control over the character. Like it still works. Welcome here. This is a warp zone. All right. Now here we are in the jungle on the backside, and you know it's 87 when this game came out, or you know, so think about, you know, the things this game doesn't have in terms of just like marking off the spots on the map you've been to, coloring in the map, saying like you've completed 100.2% of the map or whatever, or you know, it'd be really handy. Like I almost think that like if you're gonna play this game now, you should like get screenshots of the map, print them out, and make notes on them. Alright, so you see I've got the slingshot, limited ammo, but you get some distance on it. See? Keys. These waterfalls will hurt you. There's an item you can get that will prevent that from happening. Okay. So this will take me back out because I'm facing down. Right? Oh, jeez. Durr. There we go. What's over here? Hit. Hammer. No. Can I go that way? I can. Okay. So now we're in the ice. As you would expect from a platform-style game of this era, you slide on the ice. You can stop your slide by ducking, which is useful. Oh, icicles. Whoa, whoa. Evil Eskimo, you mother... Oh. Alright, let's see what the safe has to say. Be careful on bridge not to lose Boomerang. That's the other weapon. You can get to replace the yo-yo or the slingshot as a boomerang and it comes back, but I guess you can lose it. Maybe it's there's like floating skeletons. Do they eat your boomerang or something like that? I seem to remember. Now reading that, I seem to remember something about it. Alright, hey, we found another Goonie without even a locator device. Awesome. Awesome. You're braver than Brand. I am. Is Brand one of the Goonies? I guess that's the other thing, is I never really developed a huge, enduring love of the Goonies. Oh, jeez. This icicle pushes you right off. Alright, so that's where we came in, right? And then over here's the... yeah. So this is where we entered the ice world. Let's head over to the right. What do we got on the map here? Oh, there's really not going to be anything over here, is there? Take that, stupid bear. Yeah. I did not go watch the Goonies a billion times when it was new. I've probably seen the Goonies 3 times, 4 times maybe, and I like it fine. It's a fine movie, but I'm not. I don't go loco about the Goonies. Poonies, however, now you're talking. I think that door is where I came in. Oh. See, I'll just be getting ripped up here. Blind jumps, always welcome. So there's a candle. But we were able to get through that without much trouble. Let's see if there's a side... no, so nothing sideways. It's just a straight path through. And a ladder down. What are we looking at on the map here? Okay, so I'm not going to go any further down here, but over to the right there might be another way down. Okay, alright, well, at least only that first room was dark. Always try hitting and try the hammer. Ah, free save. Hey, alright. We've got a pair of glasses, just like they were asking about earlier. If we had the scuba gear, we could go down into the water. Or maybe it's just a ladder there and you have the scuba gear automatically. I'm not actually sure what the item is. I was playing some Golgo 13, and, you know, I'm sure, as you all well know, there's a fair amount of talk about acquiring scuba gear in the early parts of that game. Alright, so nothing here but the path down. What's over here? Hey! There's that boomerang we were hearing about. I'm Eskimo! There's nothing here! Glasses you can't use. You can use the glasses. It's a misleading error message. Some of the localization stuff in this game is definitely trying, because that just means there's nothing there to use the glasses with. Should I hit Eskimo? I should probably hit Eskimo. He just has this. He's also unhappy. But we got that boomerang. Boomerang sort of sucks. I guess it depends. If you catch like an enemy that takes multiple hits, if you get at the end of the boomerang's range and catch him right there, like that, you can get multiple hits on a guy. It's just, you know, it requires more thinking. Who wants to do that? Okay. So we got the glasses, we got the boomerang, but we don't necessarily know. It's the thing about a lot of the or about some of the items in this game, like the glasses, is that there aren't clear areas in the game where you're like, oh, I need the glasses to proceed here. So it's, instead of it being like, you know, there's a jump here I can't reach until I get a double jump, some of the stuff in this game is like, you don't even know if there's going to be something there or not. So it kind of forces you to go back and kind of just retry things willy-nilly. And if you're not, you know, if you're not really thinking about the map, okay, we can't go that way. We're gonna go up and go over. Yeah, you know, if you're not spending a lot of time thinking about the map, then it just leads to you kind of, you know, wandering around. Okay, that was all for nothing. Let's go back in that door. Get out of this ice. And I'm gonna switch back to the slingshot, I guess. Oh, sometimes you get pushed when you get hit, sometimes you don't. You know, I'm gonna just make sure that the glasses don't light up rooms. No, they don't. Okay, let's go up. So I think because I found that Goonie without finding the locator device, there's a chance I may find a locator device that doesn't actually point anywhere anymore. I don't know what this guy is. Little tiger, crab, scorpion thing. Whatever it is, it sucks. Little cave-style drawing of a dude jumping. I don't know if that just means I should jump off the edge of that or what, but get out of here if you have nothing to do. Well, maybe I got something to do. Since this man/woman was all like, get out of here, maybe this is the one I need to hit. I just know that from doing a little reading up on this game. Yeah, there you go. We've got a candle. Still, just get out of here. I should probably check and make sure there was no... Yeah, there is. Okay. So we got a second jungle palette here on the front side. Anyway, you know, you get the idea. This is the Goonies 2. There's one last thing I want to show you, and I think it's behind this door. Ooh, you get a chance to use the candle. Awesome. It works. Not that you really Hey. So, with another key holder, we're able to hold more keys at once, which is handy. Hey! It's Konami Man! Are you tired? I'll fill up your energy! So if you hit Konami Man, which I'm not gonna do... No, I'm not gonna hit Konami Man. That would be a real dick move. Then he will not fill up your energy when you find him. He'll say, I will not fill up your energy because you hit me. Though we don't really need the energy. Whatever. Anyways, that I think is the last thing I wanted to show was Konami Man. Konami Man ended up... We have a Konami Man page on the site. He ended up showing up in like that YY Racing. I think it was in YY Racing. It was the kart racing game they made with Konami characters, like their own kind of Mario Kart clone. And I guess that's all there is here, huh? Okay. Candle Lady. And whatever's over here. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it. That's a firm. I feel that's a firm look, letting you know what the Goonies 2 was. November '87, pretty long time ago, but you know, like I said, you can look at this game and see the map and kind of the open nature of it, and the item gathering and stuff, and look at, you know, games like Metroid that were coming out around this time, and to some extent like something like Simon's Quest, which was not. I'm bad with years. I don't know if this was before or after Simon's Quest. I'm gonna say this is probably before. If I had to guess. Yeah, 87. Yeah, this has to be before, right? Anyway, like I said, bad with years, but you know, games of this era that were this kind of larger open world things. And Simon's Quest, I think, falls all the way down the rabbit hole of just being arcane. Like the things you have to do to win in Simon's Quest are weird. This game has some of that too, but not as much. And you can see some of the stuff that got carried forward out of games from this era. Games like this, games like Metroid. You know, in a different world, maybe we would call them Goonie-vania games or Metroid Metroonies instead of Metroidvania games. I think we should probably just start calling them that. Let's not actually start calling them that. But yeah, I would be really fascinated to know who worked on the Goonies 2. There's no, as far as I know, there's no credits at the end of the game. You just kind of save the mermaid, and that's that. But I just want to know if people that worked on this game went on to work on something like Symphony of the Night and Simon's Quest. If there was any kind of continuity there, I guess, between these concepts inside Konami. But yeah, I don't know. It's you know, it's an era when a lot of licensed games were bad, but this is one of the first licensed games that I remember on this console being, you know, just absolutely incredible, and it holds up okay. It's interesting to say the least. So, you know, if you were interested in interesting games, then you might want to consider going back and playing it. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching.